Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dave Wood, and I'm talking to you as you're going into a deep trance about the customer presentation that I just built for Empower Network. So let me explain what I just did, and then I mean you got to see it to really understand it. Uh, what you want to do? Hey, hey, whoever just joined us, how you doing? Good to see you guys and ladies. So, ladies and gents, it's great to see you. You're fantastic. I appreciate you. So let me explain what I just did and how this presentation works. So I took another presentation that I wrote. I wrote this is one of the presentations I did, and this is like the Lawrence Tam video. Those of you who remember it. So there's like a Lawrence Tam pre-frame, and then there's that video where I added a ton of value into it because it had like no value, but it had value, but it just didn't have good enough value to make the presentation work. You know. So I recorded a 55-minute presentation, just like my old stuff. And we can play it probably I'll probably do this one as an automatic webinar or something like that, right? Like an automatic webinar or something like that. And yeah, so I'll do like an automatic webinar. Uh, and the automatic webinar that I am going to create is going to go over this presentation. So I'm getting distracted. Sorry. Let me explain exactly like what happens in the presentation. So basically, rather than pitching the opportunity, I pitch the product with the same pitch. So the product is pitched based on the franchise model. And it's selling your own products. So it's like we're going to help you sell your own products and pitch your services. And I use a lot of I show some examples of some of my students that have been students for a long time. People like I show examples from Dave Sharp, give him tons of positive energy. I show examples from Aaron Rashkin. I show examples from Chris Record, from Tracy Walker, right? I'm not sure if I could actually find her blog, so I found a blog with her name on it, and I think, but I found a blog with her name on it, and then I showed examples of like banner advertising and capture pages and stuff like that, and how our system is going to help optimize their business, right? And so I left out a part. I need to probably make another quick video like explaining link authority, because that's really a good part of the pitch. But basically, small business people, they want to make money from their business. They don't really care about other businesses. They care about their business and their businesses. That's what they care about. That's actually really what people care about. It's actually a much better pitch than the opportunity version, to be honest with you. Because it needs to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it out. I'm going to go. Oh, I gotta edit that. Hold on a second. I gotta cancel this render. I gotta edit this thing. Stop on. Jane. Anyways, so it's a much better one than the presentation, so I'm probably going to redo the business presentation to kind of add equivalent kind of value. And then I'll do the business presentation. I'll probably just pitch the affiliate fee along with it. It makes more sense there. Right? And then it'll be options. Obviously, people won't have to purchase that. So, yeah. In any case, and I use Russell Brunson because Russell Brunson was in Empower Network. So I use ClickFunnels as an example of one of my students. You know what I mean? And if you look at all my students and you look how beautiful of people they are, suddenly you begin automatically to trust me now. Right? So this is going to target the needs and the wants of small business America, because it talks about what they care about, not what I care about. Which they care about is what? Traffic, leads, sales, optimization, blogs, and their products. That's what actually real business people care about. You know what I mean? because they know that they need as much sales as possible for their products. If they could get 1 million sales a day, they'd get 1 million a day. Many people do. Does this now make sense to you? I hope that it does. And I hope that you are carefully paying attention to every single thing that we now teach you to do. So, okay, what's the purpose of a customer presentation? I should actually probably go on the whiteboard here real quick. Let me show you. Give me a sec. I just gotta move this box here. Take a sec. Be careful. It's a speaker. I gotta take care of my brother's business stuff. See, so my brother, he cares about his products. He cares, my brother, about his products. Does he care about other people's products? Yes, just not as much as his own products. He's a business person. Right? So I'll put the microphone here in this box. Oh, I'll put it closer to me, maybe. Here. Alright. Alright, let me show you. Okay? Let me show you why customers are valuable and how you're going to make money from customers with this entire network presentation. All right. Hold on. Where's my markers? There we go. Oops. All right. Now I got a blue one. That's nice. Didn't even notice that. All right. So, all right. I'm going to use this, and I'm going to wipe off the thing real quick. These are from another training video I was doing. So the reason I'm looking for funding for Empower Network, at least $10 million is what I'm aiming for, is because funding solves all problems. Right? Funding solves all problems. Funding can clean up our brand very quickly. A few months. It won't take long to clean up the brand with funding. Funding will get everybody their commissions. Funding. So let me explain, okay, how exactly this is going to now work. You have the principle of the funnel. At the end of the funnel, you have leaders popping out, leaders and customers. Really, the leadership funnel is a different funnel than the sales funnel. And, yeah, be honest, but it's part of the sales. The sales funnel is part of the leadership funnel. So you have traffic. You have leads. You have front ends. You have upsells. Okay. You have residual purchases. You have all the upsells from Empower Network, because we're targeting Small Business America, their annual subscriptions. Hey, people can cancel at any time. You know what I mean? We're not trying to make average people broke. We won't even allow people to buy those things unless they're making at least $60,000 a year if they're really expensive. That'd be for the $10,000 package. Somebody would need to make $30,000 a year to buy a $3,500 product, and they have to prove it to us and send us a copy of their taxes or something like that. And the reason is because we don't want to create FTC complaints and stuff. Does that make sense? Makes no sense, right? To do it in any other way than that. Anything above $3,500 will be a business opportunity, right? So a business opportunity needs 7-day disclosures to purchase. So traffic, leads, customers, and sales. Leads, customers, and sales. Okay? So what do? Right? Well, there's two options. There's number one, the product funnel, which should be the first option, not the second. It's a much better funnel. You have the opportunity funnel. You have the opportunity funnel. Okay? So these two things, they work together. So how do you do it? Well, let's say we get about 3% conversion, which is what I'm aiming for. Okay? 3% would be like 1 in 33 sales or something like that. Okay? 3% conversion. Okay? Let's say I drove 100 leads. How many sales would I get? I'd get 3. Now, if we collect phone numbers, we can get like 30% sales. So I'm going to test no phone numbers versus phone numbers, and then people will be able to use what they want. That make sense? Okay? So leads, front ends, upsells, residual purchases. Residual purchases. Right? Leads, front ends, upsells, residual purchases. Oh, let's start a David everywhere. Okay. All these things are going to create lots of 100% commissions. So why do we pay out 100% commissions? Because Empower Network was started for the people. It was not started. This is called actually a loss leader. So we basically, we basically create the products updates with a 10% insights tax. It doesn't cost anything more than that. They're info products, right? That 10% insights tax takes care of it. And then we're going to have the leadership comp plan. We'll have way more profit in those things because it's balanced, Those things will probably pay like, certain things will pay in the leadership comp plan less money, 70% or something like that if they're non-core products, okay? But we're not going to ever mess with the core products, okay? There'll be the 246 every fifth, 246 every fifth, 246 every fifth, okay? Lots of 100% commissions. Lots of 100% commissions. Lots of 100% commissions. Imagine getting 100% commissions depositing into your bank account daily on autopilot, whether you work or not. Just imagine that for a second. Imagine getting 100% commissions depositing into your bank account daily on autopilot, whether you work or not. This is what this is going to be all about, is 100% commissions. So why is customers valuable? So you get 3 sales. So how much would you make from 3 sales, right? Well, I'm going to do the fast calculation because I'll take out the excise tax of it. 3 sales would be $75 a month, right? Minus 10%, right? So what would that be? That would be 7.55. 68. So $68 per month that you would earn depositing into your bank account every single month. And what can extra $68 do? Lots. You go to 6 movies, or you could go with your wife to 3 movies. I mean, there's a lot you could do for $68. Wouldn't you agree? You could buy some chips. You could buy like those. I like those corn nut things, the spicy ones. They're my favorites. I gotta get some of those things today. They're delicious. Those things. Jeez, they're delicious. Man, I'm going to ask Johnny to get some corn nuts today. That's going to be the best thing we do all day. I promise you that. Right? I got to go to the bank after this. Yeah. Oh, hey, checks out. I can make money gambling. Like I'm very good at it. So I'm gonna go get like a very little bit of money and then just go on to an online casino. I'll probably make like, I don't know. We'll see how I do. Normally, I can make like $5,000 in a week. Right? Yeah. So in any case, we'll see if that works, and then I'll just take that, and then I'll have some marketing money. I'm not gonna get addicted to gambling. I'm like, yeah, I'm not addicted to it. Yeah, just do it for fun. And then I'll do something else. I'm not gonna keep doing that because I don't like it. All right. So in any case, all right. Traffic. So let's say you get 10 times that. Let's say you get 1,000. Right? That'd be 10 times. So what would you do? You just add this. $680 a month. And how many would this be? This would be from 30 sales. Okay? Now all of a sudden you get 30 customers, which should be the minimum, really. We shouldn't even honestly allow people to recruit if they don't get 5 customers first. Makes no sense. It's stupid. Everybody thinks it's stupid because then you're a sponsor making no money from the product, and everybody thinks it's a pyramid scheme because it is. It's ridiculous. Don't do it. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. So 30 sales, right? $680 per month. Okay. 30 sales. Now let's add a 0 to that. What do you do? All right. 10,000 leads equals $6,800 a month. I mean, how fast could you generate 10,000 leads? And this is just no upsells. Residual front-end income. What if you got a 40%? What if 40% of this upgraded the inner circle? Right? So how many sales would this be? This would be 30. This would be 300 sales. 6,800 a month. So let's take those 300 sales, and let's say we get a 40% upgrade rate. 40% upgrade rate would be 40, 80, 120. So this would be 120 sales of the inner circle. Now what's this? $12,000 per month. Right? Residual. Kills everything. 12,000 a month. It's ridiculous. It's retarded. It's so good. I'm amazing. So here is what you do. You generate traffic, and where do you target the traffic from? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to target young, hot, business owner women. Young, hot, business owner women. Okay? Because women bring everybody. Pretty much that's all my money I'm going to spend. Right? I'll let them bring the men. I like working with women way better than I like working with men a lot of times. Not all the time. But really, I like it better. They're more fun. Think about Tracy Walker. How fun she is. You know what I mean? She's gorgeous, that girl. Don't you think? You know what I mean? So this is what it's all about. This is all about working together with people. It's about working together with people. It's about working together with people. Small Business America. Right? My point with all this is we give you a system. to promote your business. A system stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. No people will get terminated from Power Network, except for fraud. If they make mistakes, we'll just keep the position, suspend them maybe, and then give the position back and, the money back after probably a certain amount of time. But they won't be able to promote, and their links won't work during that time. So people won't want to do it, so they'll lose money. It's a much better strategy. Don't you agree? No terminations, period, unless it's fraud ring. And then we got to delete those accounts, obviously, because they're people that steal. We're not letting people steal from Power Network anymore. Nope. And everyone who's stolen will amicably settle. Because they will not like what happens if they do not settle. So, I love you. I care about you. I think you're a beautiful person. I think that you love your family a lot. I think that you love yourself. Why do I think that? Because you are a boss. I believe in you. And when you join Empower Network now, as you're putting your hands on your heart, the upper left side of your heart, you're taking care of your heart. When you make a decision to join now, before the big stuff happens. So we'll just be testing really with a small group of people. We'll probably limit the amount of affiliates that we bring in. Then we'll get money. You know how much sales I could get every month if I get 10 million bucks? I could get 10,000 sales a month. Fast. Myself. But I prefer to do it with the people. Do co-ops. So we can focus on investing in technology. Because that's where it really matters. Customers. So you get customers on the front end. Again, this is a much better presentation than my other presentation. You get customers on the front end. Lots of 100% commissions. Product funnel, opportunity funnel. We do. So what's the game plan as far as growth? The game plan as far as growth goes is very simple. Let me show it to you. Step by simple step, okay? Makes way more sense if I just simply show it to you. If I show it to you, it's going to make tons of sense as I'm showing it to you now. All right. Number one thing we do, business plan. I'm done with the core one. I just gotta. Well, I'm not done. I've got like 50 more fields to fill out because I made like a bunch of extra ones. And it's getting more advanced. It'll probably be 200 pages, then 500 pages, then 1,000 pages eventually, and just keep getting more complex and bigger. Right? That's what big corporations do, I'm certain. Not everybody will see all the business plan, obviously. You have to keep it safe. Number 2. Number 1, business plan. Number 2, round number 1, funding. Business plan, funding. Goal is get at least $10 million. At least. I actually think I could get about $100 million, to be honest with you, over time. Because how good the plan is. A good plan can get $100 million in funding. I promise. They'd give me a little bit at first, and then if I'm faithful with it, they'd give me more. That's the way it would work. Like 6 months later or something when we need it. Right? Or whenever we need it, it would be there, in a contract or something like that. Round 1 funding. $10 million. Okay. And we get the money, and then what we do, we implement the business plan. Okay, how do we implement it? Breaking into sections, never showing the employees all the business plan, so we don't create competitors. And then employees implement the plan. How many employees are we going to start with? We'll get 10. We'll train them. Then we'll go to about 100. Okay. Probably end up having about 100 in America. Probably 10 at first. And then the rest will be in Colombia and Costa Rica and, overseas and stuff like that because it makes more sense. It's cheaper. Americans don't want to work for that cheap. So we have the high-quality A-player Americans, and that makes sure that I'm supporting the country and everything like that. And then we have the people that work for nothing over in countries where nothing is a lot. Help them out. Help out the little people. Help out the international friends. Implement the business plan. You implement it. Number 4, what do you do after you implement the business plan? Okay, you do number 4. Which is what? Pre-launch. Pre-launch will put up the 2013 version of Empower. Exactly as it was, as much as we can. That version, with the new presentation, right? Number 4, the pre-launch, we're going to focus on 30-to-1 customer to affiliate ratio. Okay. The goal is to bring in just 10,000 people a month. And the way that we'll do the co-ops, okay, is your sales production, you make a certain amount of sales and you'll just get leads rotated in through a co-op. You might have to buy it. Depends on the co-op problem. So, what do we do? Number 4, begin rebuild. Now, how are we going to do the rebuild? This will be on top of WordPress. Okay. This one. And the goal will be actually a rebuild on top of WordPress, eventually with the ENV2 on top of WordPress. But like, so you write the ENV2 stuff, it posts out to WordPress. But we need to do a rebuild. So we begin the rebuild of the brand. Now, in the business plan, I'm going to put 3A. Okay, we have a brand cleanup before the pre-launch. As long as it takes. It should take, we don't want to really do pre-launch until the brand's cleaned up. Okay? So we do pre-launch, the brand cleanup, okay? And this should take approximately like 90 days, and part of this will be paying off vendors. Number 2, affiliates. Number 3, the Better Business Bureau. Right. Number 4, the product, making sure the product is working and technology is good. Right. Number 5, restore content via Wayback Machine. Okay. So, I mean, you can see this is just like incredible amount of stuff going on. You can see that this is an incredible amount of stuff going on right here. There's an incredible amount of stuff going on. So, this 10,000 customers a month, now all of a sudden, 10,000 times 25. 25 times 10,000 is what? That's times 100, times 1,000, times 10,000. Now all of a sudden, $250,000 a month in residual income being paid out. Now let's say 40% of that goes towards the inner circle. Okay? So that would be 4,000. Okay? Inner circles times 100. $400,000 a month being paid out. Okay. And the inner circle is going to be very customer focused. We might mention in the audios at the end the business opportunity. We don't really need to focus on the business opportunity. Just let it happen. It's secondary. It's not the vision. The vision is everyone. The affiliates are the mechanisms for the vision. My vision for them is to help them make more money than anyone ever in the history of network marketing that has ever, and every company that has ever existed, people will make more money in Empower Network than any company that has ever existed upon the face of the earth. That's my goal. To make the richest people that have ever existed, period. Okay? So, $4,000 a month. Okay. Now, let's say you make 10% of that. All of a sudden, you're making $40,000 a month. I mean, could you do measly 10% of like one of our months? I mean, come on. You could do that if we can get. If we get a 10,000 a month, could you get 1,000 of those? I mean, come on. Could you get your own funding? Which is the next phase. Okay. Round 2 funding. What's the goal in round 2 funding? Get $100 million. The business plan will be good enough by this point to get $100 million in funding. Because we're talking about like stuff that involves professionals, like we're talking serious business here all of a sudden. Okay. So what's this round 2 go to? This goes towards a September 15th, hopefully 2019 launch of Empower Network. September 15th, 2019, launch of Empower Network. This is the most incredible thing you've ever seen. So you say, well, how much money can I make, really? Let me show you how much money you can really make. Okay, hold on. Let me get this thing fixed a little bit here. Much more professional looking. Not really. It's a whole yeah, it's more so. All right. What's the next step in the process? Okay. Next step is to build technology. I'll just put 5 because I remember how many steps we had. Build technology. And build people at the same time. On a corporate focus, okay, the majority of the corporate focus will build technology because the technology is the product. The majority of the field focus will be to build the people because the people are the ones that sell the product and buy the product. And we're not going to have customers if we don't sell a real product. It makes no sense. So that'd be like second round of funding and the September 15th launch. So we have the September 15th, 2019 relaunch of Empower. And what do? We take the company public. So this is when we do the public move. Right? So what do we got then? We got a clean brand. B, customer focus. Let's say you just got 100 customers. I think you should do it a month, but let's just say total you get 100. You make $2,500 a month from 100 customers, essentially, and you take out the excise tax. So let me show you. 2,500 excise tax, 250. $2,250. Okay, a month. You get 200 customers, it'd be $5,000 a month. And that's rock solid residual income because you're talking product focus, low cost. Best kind of residual income there is. Okay. $5,000 a month. So you take that out, that's $4,500. with the excise tax taken out. What if you 10x that? 10x that, you got $45,000 a month. Okay? That's just not including depth, because we'll have comp plan that pays in depth on low-cost products that are either upgrades or they're related to our industry, like, nutrition or healthcare or whatever it is. We'll put that stuff there later. We're going to build technology for all this stuff, but it's going to take a lot of time to build the technology. It won't take actually a lot of time to build the technology if we get enough money. Technology can be built very fast with money, like very quickly. But really well-tested technology will take it however much time it takes, right? But we're going to move fast, and we're going to make sure that we break stuff and we fix stuff along the way. It's fine. Move fast and break stuff. That's Facebook's motto. Move fast, break stuff. And then, they build systems to keep the code safe from moving fast and breaking stuff, right? It's fine. Failure is only feedback, right? And you do the break stuff in what? In the testing phase, people. That's when we break stuff. When the product is being tested and all the users are giving feedback into the system. With enough programmers, guys, this is very easy to build a system that can do this. Right? They give feedback into the system. The feedback goes into a queue. The queue is reviewed, and then a lot of the feedback will be implemented by tech in a planned, written, timeline-based structure. Okay? That makes sense to you? Does this make sense to you? I think this does make sense to you, doesn't it? So in any case, customer focused, and really it's you focused. So 7 is going to be, okay, you get funding. Well, what do I mean? You don't have to do this order. You can apply for a government education grant, people. You know what I mean? They might not approve it, but they might approve it, right? We're not going to encourage you to do it or disapprove it. You got to check with the government. You can apply for a government business grant, right? Now, I don't think government grants will be there forever because it makes no sense. I think it does make sense. If the government takes 10% of the business, I think it makes sense. But it doesn't make any sense doing the way they're doing it now. It's stupid. It's not good business. So anyways, you get funding from the government or from businesses or from your parents or from people or local people in town, but really you want to be professional. You want to build a business plan, make a presentation, go get some local funding, tell people how you're going to be different than the competition, and then go and see if you can get $10,000 or $100,000 of your own funding to build. You might be able to get $250,000 to build your business. I know people have done it. Right? So you get all this money to build a business, right? Then you're wise with it. We teach you good math. We teach you good accounting. You're wise with your money. We're not just going to encourage you to purchase because that kind of building a business is stupid. We've done it before. Everybody else does it. It's stupid. It's breaking the market apart, guys, ladies and gents. It's breaking the market apart. We got to stop it. This is not the way, right? The way is oneness, helping people. That's the way, right? And so, in any case, what's up, John? Hold on. Yeah, my brother. No? Yeah. Yep. Sorry. I love John Wood. All right. So you get funding. You get funding for your business. And then you replicate on a small scale what we do on a large scale. What's the next step? What's the next step? The next step is you're going to start getting rich from that. We all get rich together. So publicly funding means everybody can take shares in the company and profit from it. And the stock will probably be chaotic for a little bit, which is fine. People will try to undersell us and short change us and all sorts of stuff. They'll try hostile takeovers. They won't be able to do it though, because it's me. It'd be impossible. It'll be impossible. We'll get so much news. We'll get so much attention. We'll get so many friends. Right? So many friends that we're building with. Make new friends. Will help new people succeed. Like, I'm not really as interested anymore in helping my old crowd succeed. I've helped them enough. They can come and I can help them more when they're ready. Really, I want to help the people succeed. The people of the United States of America, the people of the world, the people of small business. This is what we're really targeting, small business people. Okay? Now, let me show you what's going to happen. Te amo, mi baby, Priscilla. So what do we do next? What's the next step? Whatever number we're on, 8 or whatever. I don't know. Maybe 9. What do we focus on? On building women and making them far richer than men. You think that's going to get us some favor? Yeah. We focus on the women first, the men second. And then we give attention in the field to whoever earns it, male or female. A lot of the top earners will probably still be men because they'll get lots of women and they'll like the idea of that. A lot of men will really get good at marketing for something like that. Building women and making them far richer than men. Okay? What's the next step? Okay? Well, we're building from event to event. Building from event to event. So we build events in a cycle from one event to the next event. We pre-frame the events to all of our customers. Our biggest launches will be what? Our biggest launches will be things that we're doing together. All right. We're getting there. All of a sudden, we're getting there. Aren't we? Aren't we getting there all of a sudden? All right. So building from event to event. Then what do we do? We build from city to state, from state to nation, from nation to surrounding nations. And we decentralize the events. Event decentralization. Event decentralizations. What does that mean? We break apart the events for your local area. We do a regional, okay, every 45 days. So it goes like this. People who do presentations in homes, a lot of them will. Okay, we'll have systems for that. Home meetings and online systems too. This is just one method. Okay, this is not the only method. This is one method. Okay, home meetings will go to every 2 weeks. Hotel meeting. And this will be like lines of sponsorship connecting together. Okay, home meetings, hotel meetings. Okay. And hotel meetings will go, let's see, home meeting number 1, home meetings number 2, hotel meetings number 3, home meetings, hotel meetings, and then we have major events. Right. First event of the year, release her inner badass. Okay. That's all about women becoming the women they're supposed to be. And that's how we start it. It'll be the most popular event, I promise. And then there's a man's event that will be tied to that, but it'll be, they'll have their own space and stuff like that for maybe one of the days, and then we'll hang out with the women and listen to it so they need to hear it. Right? And then major events, then we have Don't Be a Wussy. Right? Then we have Fight the Forces of Evil, because if you're not a wussy, you fight the forces of evil, you turn into a warrior. Which we've been in America to do. And it'll be, those two events will be tied together. Don't Be a Wussy in another event that could be about a warrior, right? So the warrior will be the man events. We'll have different names for the. I don't know how to reveal all this stuff right now. Actually, I don't want people to understand it until it's open. I got to protect my concepts. So then, Fight the Forces of Evil. Okay, it'll be our last event of the year. That'll be our Fight the Forces of Evil is going to be our international event, and our national event. No. International event will be the women's event. Fight the Forces of Evil will be our national event. So then we localize those things, right? So the international event, release her inner badass. I actually want to do it in Costa Rica, to be honest. You know what I mean? Most badass women I know are from Costa Rica. We'll do it in different locations. I mean, we'll do it in the States sometimes, probably in San Diego and stuff like that. Whatever. So the major events for a year, we have, women's event. We have event about stepping into your power, really, is what Don't Be a Wussy and all that stuff. Don't be a wussy, be a warrior. Right? That makes sense. So then we have a Fight the Forces of Evil, like how we're going to dismantle the control of the central bankers, and that'll be September 15th. The September 15th we'll start the event. We'll go like 3 days tied to that, probably what we'll do, or we'll do, it depends on where it falls in the week or something like that. There'll always be an event surrounding September 15th. So we do building from event to event decentralizations, home meetings, hotel major events. On the internet, we follow the same kind of a pattern and structure and model. Is what we're going to do, and we'll technologize it. You know what I mean? Like, so we'll do things in a way that works with technology, that gets people getting results as a part of our system, doing hangouts on pages and things that we create together. Okay. We'll have lots of relationships and lots of product. And the goal is to build relationships, right? The goal is to build relationships, because without relationships, your business is it's really nothing. Your business isn't really anything without relationships. You don't have a business without relationships. You want to build relationships, you got to listen to people. It took me a long time to figure that out. You don't have to listen to people to initiate a relationship. To build a real relationship, you do. To initiate one, you could just do YouTube videos and get people to just like you before they even talk to you or something like that. YouTube is a fantastic strategy. I love YouTube. Okay, so look, I'm done, people. All right, does this start to make sense? Okay. So then, obviously, with Empower, we're not just spending money like out of control schoolgirls where we get funding. That'd be ridiculous. We're making sure that everything that is spent is like reviewed and checked by accountants with internal checks and balances systems like a pharmaceutical company would have. Like that serious. Nobody will be able to at all, for any reason, take any money from Empower. It'll be impossible. We're going to make it like literally impossible to steal money. Because if it's impossible, because people are afraid of getting caught for everything, they just don't do it most of the time. Sometimes they do. And then when they do, they're fired immediately. Can't steal. Maybe 3 strikes. No. Stealing? No. Fired. You can't steal. Right? But you're stealing it when you buy now. You're actually buying it instead of stealing it. You were going to steal it, but then you figured out you couldn't, so you decided to pull out your credit card and make a decision to buy. So, in any case, I hope this has made a lot of sense to you and really shows you how to get serious in your business and how to make a lot of money. And what is this all building for? Well, you build through this funnel concept we talked about earlier, right? All this stuff is also building into a funnel, like a leadership funnel and stuff like that. This funnel concept, you have the capture page and all that stuff. So your goal is to get 2 sales a day, follow the 10 core steps, and the 3 powers. 2 sales a day, 10 core steps, and the 3 powers. Unity, submission, and the spoken word. Right? Two sales a day, 10 core steps, 3 powers. Unity, submission, and spoken word. What's the power of unity? The power of unity is we all do the same thing together, even if our beliefs are different. We just unify in what we can unify on, not everything, right? Just what we can unify on, we unify for that purpose. One in purpose is unity. What's the power of submission? Number 2, submission. Number 1, unity. 2, submission. The power of submission is, it's like, think about a horse, and there's a rider on the horse. And there's like a storm and lightning's coming down and the horse throws up his front things. But he doesn't even try to throw his master off. Maybe he just fell off. No, he didn't fall off. And the master has tamed the horse, the wild horse. The power of submission is an animal, a dog. How happy they are being around humans because they're in submission to their master. The power of submission is you submit to the system. You're in submission to your higher power. You're in submission to Jesus. You're in submission to Buddha or Allah or whatever it is that you believe in. Submission is from that submission that flows down to submission to your upline, to your company, to the next person above you that's a higher rank than you. Now, what do you submit to them on? Not everything. You're not in submission to everything. Okay? You're in submission to some of the stuff. Does that make sense to you? You're in submission to some of the stuff. What stuff are you in submission to? You're in submission to what works for you. I was getting distracted. Apologize. Isn't it good to see me a little bit back to myself? Don't you know that we're going to get rich together again? Isn't it wonderful, the feeling of like joining something that you truly believe in now? I think that it is. Unity, submission, and the spoken word. Unity, submission, and the spoken word. Okay. Ten core steps. What are those? Be consciousness, launch your business with a major blast, blog daily, market daily, new member coaching, inner circle, audio daily, or no, the Empower Hour. The inner circle builds to the Empower Hour, right? Inner circle, Empower Hour. And I can't remember, there's two more. Oh, mentoring, ongoing mentoring, and then networking is what I put there. Oh, no, I got to put read daily. That's what I forgot. Yeah, I got to read daily too. That's got to be in there. Let me put that as the 11th or something like that. Maybe I'll make 11 core. Yeah, I'll make 10. I'll probably put the reading as the last one. Right? Reading over a long term is even more valuable than networking because you'll learn how to network. And you'll just do it. Over long term, the two most valuable things I know to do for your production ability would probably be exercise and diet and math practice. Hope that helped. I'll tell you, I'm getting so much done now that I'm starting to get good at math. Math slows down time like you can't imagine when you're good at math. I got a long way to go to be really good at math. I got to study all the way up through calculus and stuff. Probably take me a year to get there. Maybe two, I don't know. I got to understand it as I go. I only have an hour a day to practice. And then I'm going to study, probably after that, I'll probably study physics, and then I'll probably study quantum physics after I study physics. So I'll do physics math. You just take a course at a local university or something like that and practice for an hour a day. So I do physics, right, for an hour a day. And then I understand the math. And I do quantum physics, particle physics, and all this stuff. But really I want to focus on quantum physics. And why am I doing that? Well, that's part of the technology. I'm going to study programming, too. I'll be very good at programming, I promise you that. In maybe 2-3 years. Not as good as my programmers, though, because they've been doing it for longer, and so I need them. Or maybe I'll be better, I don't know. I'll learn how to build technology. I'd be very good at programming. Look how good I am at writing. Same thing. Just different kind of. It's just a different language. You're just instructing a computer on what to do. We'll learn lots of languages and stuff like that. Language learning is up there too, actually. But I think the math comes first because math. This is math is like a. I can literally feel blood flowing to my frontal lobes, like in like droves. It's just like flowing into my frontal lobes and my wrinkly forehead that's straightening out now. And then what happens is that the whole day my brain is faster. It's a million, trillion, bazillion times better than drinking caffeine all day. Just do it once. You know? And if you can't do that, do half an hour and then half an hour later in the day or something. That's fine. You know, but really an hour at once is best. You got to warm your brain up and really get going. And then listen to audio in the background or something like that that teaches you what to do. And you'll get more done in the remainder of your time. Personal development, you should spend 3 hours a day doing personal development every day if you can. If you can't, that's fine, right? You build to that. But like everybody could spend an hour doing personal development a day. Everybody could spend 2 hours if they really, really manage their time well. Not everybody, most people could do 2 hours. Everyone can do an hour, right? Everyone. Even if you have to wake up early and stay up a little bit late or something like that for a little while and adapt to it a little to get more personal development. And more personal development is going to make you more money. If you work more on yourself than you do on your business, you're going to be unusually successful. You'll be successful like what I'm going to create. Look, I'm telling you guys, nothing ever that has ever launched will ever touch how big this thing will get. It will surpass every company on earth. That's my goal. Right? Because it's not just small business I'm going after. I'm going after some more people too. All the social networking customers. All the ones that like to spend money anyway. That's really who I'm targeting. And we will literally like crush like everything. So how are we going to do that? Through you. So you got to be part of the team Crush It. Or whatever we'll call it. That'd be more of a man type name probably, or maybe a woman. They like to crush things. crush men's hearts sometimes. No, I'm just joking. They like to love men is what they do. So when you think about this, and you think about the 3 powers, 2 sales a day into that, what's going to happen? Well, 2 sales a day is going to build an exponential increase in your income that you make and your downline and your customers and all this stuff. Okay? Exponential increase in your business and your income. Exponential increase in your business and in your income. Exponential increase in your business and also your income. Could you imagine an exponential increase in your business and your income now? I think that you can. Exponential increase in your business and in your income. Now as you're paying attention. So how do you do all this? You have to watch the rest of the video. It's a long video. Those of you who joined us later on. Fantastic to see you. I love you. I care about you. All right. And just get ready. Right now, I'm actually not really looking to recruit any or anything like that. It's not what my focus is. My focus is getting funding and then doing some tests on the product funnel. Because if I can do some tests on the product funnel and then I go bring in 100 customers, it's going to be very easy to get all the affiliates back. It would be the most, well, no, not really. It'll be easy to get all the affiliates back when all of the debts and all the things from Power are resolved and paid off. All right. Lates.